Peace YouTube. This is HG Recovery 87, and I am going to tell you I'm finally bringing my labor and delivery. So as y'all can see from the two videos that I already made, they wasn't well thought out. Of course, they was just recorded at the spur of the moment, and what was basically going on is I was letting y'all know about like a little bit of my delivery and the outcome of it. And of course y'all can see that the outcome of my delivery wasn't very good. It was very uneventful, unfortunate, so now is the time for me to tell y'all about the whole labor and up to the delivery. So first what happened was I went to the hospital. I got checked in because I was already registered for the labor. I was already registered in labor and delivery to be induced on December 17th. So the time for me to go was 8:30. So I got there at, I think it was either 8 o'clock or 8:30. So I got there at 8 o'clock and or 8:30. And nobody was there. Nobody was at labor and delivery. I was the only one there. So when I got there, my mom, she had beat us already to the hospital. So my mom was already waiting on us to, come into, get checked in so we can go into our room. So my mom had beat me to the hospital. I thought that was so cute. My mom was so excited. And I actually have a little footage of my mother. My mate, he got a little footage of my mother when she was at the hospital waiting for Ephraim to be born. So we got in the room, and they was like, okay, well, we're on a schedule, so we wanted to start this fast because it is a induce. So we're going to induce your labor, so it takes time. So we're on a schedule, so we're going to get this started. The nurse came in. She gave me the IV. The IV was 100%. It automatically went in. But this is it. This is actually where the IV was. So as y'all can see, of course, I always get bruises and stuff, and I'm just fragile, basically. So the IV was put right here, and I did not want it right there. I was like, can we please put it somewhere else? Because that's gonna hurt. But either way it go, I was just like, okay, all right. Just go ahead and put the IV there. So the IV was put right there. And of course we went through all of the paperwork and all of the procedures and things that we were going to do for the baby, which I do have footage, which my mate, I told him to record the footage of the chart on the wall where they have like all the information about the baby and the mother and all of the birthing plan and all of that. So you'll see that. I'm not going to go too much into it. You'll see that footage. I'll put the footage on another video. So that's what happened. And so we got things going. And the first thing they wanted to try was, what was the first thing they wanted to try? I'm sorry, y'all. It was really a traumatic birth. So other people, they would have remembered very good. Like, it would have been like, such a happy moment, you know, to remember. But me, it was so traumatic. It wasn't like, my head has been messed up since my baby was born. He was born 3 weeks ago. So things are still, I'm still trying to get back into the swing of things, because it was a lot. But from what I can remember is they gave me this medicine, well, not medicine, they gave me this this certain type of they gave me this certain type of inducing medicine. It's like crushed up pills. It's like a pill, but it's like crushed. It's like cut into like three different slices, and you take it throughout hours later to get the labor going. So that's what they gave me. They gave me those little tiny pills hours after hours, and it was like the first what was it? I went I checked in there at 8, and by 11, you know, that was when I had the first pill, and things have started going good, and my contractions, they were like, you know, hills, and they were just coming and coming and coming and coming and coming and coming and coming, and to them, because my contractions was just coming and coming and coming so fast, the nurse actually and doctor, they got nervous. They was like, you're having too many contractions, so we think you're probably dehydrated. So they decided to give me a fluid. They decided to give me fluid. I already had the IV, so that was 100. No problem. So they gave me, they decided to give me fluid. So I got an IV bag and all of that, and of course that takes like hours. So the thing was, the pill, it goes into intervals like 3 hours later. So like I said, 8 I took the pill, and then by 11, okay, they checked my cervix. Oh, well, sorry, I went in there already 1 centimeter dilated. That's what they said. And then another nurse checked me, and it was totally different. They were like, oh no, you're just a fingertip dilated. So nobody really knew my exact dilation. But after the 3 hours, I got to a 2 to 3 dilation. 2 to 3 fingers. So I was dilated to that, and to them they was like, well, no, that's still not good enough, you know, it's not even really a 3, so we're going to go ahead and give you another round of the pill. So I took another pill, and that was at 11, so 11, 12, 1, by 2, they checked me again, and it was like, you're only at a 3. So of course after that, so 2, 3, 4, 5, by 6, that was when they was like, okay, they checked me again, and they're like, you're still at a 3. So by 6, they was like, okay, all right, we're going to go on and just break your water and just see if that'll get things going. They like, before, because we really don't want to give you the Pitocin and start the labor, and, you know, because this is an induced, and we don't want to overwork your uterus. We just want things to go gradually. That's why we're giving you these little tiny pills to have your labor just really come on naturally, because we are inducing you, but it's still coming on naturally, and not just full blown just putting your uterus through having it, like, you know, things that like just stressing your uterus out. So that's what had happened. So they was like, okay, well, we'll go ahead and do it, just break your water, because you are only at a 3, and it's 6 p.m. and you got induced at 8 a.m. So things are not really going fast, progressing like we would have it go. And of course, everybody should know this. If you're being induced, it's not anything natural going on. So all my other births, they were natural births. Like seriously, my birth with Shay, my birth with Ariel, Mr. Shat, they were natural, 100%. And then my birth with Jamin, that wasn't really natural, but I did go through labor at home. And when I got to the hospital, I was already 8 centimeters dilated. So I really didn't even need a epidural, but I got one anyways. And as soon as I got the epidural, I did like this, like I was about to throw it, because I had an allergic reaction to the epidural, and my water immediately broke. And so, Jamie was born like that. Naira, she was in induced labor, and of course, she was my first. So that whole labor right there, I was in labor for 22 hours. So yeah, but once again, that was my first. So, all them first births, they go like that because, the mother don't really know what she's doing, and all of this push, push from your bottom. Like, we don't really know how to push from our bottom if we never ever pushed from our bottom before. This is our first baby. So every other birth after that, you know what to do. The mother knows what to do. So the first birth is always long. First labor is always long. So back to this labor and delivery. They broke my water, and when they did that, they decided to go ahead and give me more fluids, because once they broke my water, I was like, okay, well, I'm ready for the epidural, because my contractions, I was already handling the contractions. They was like, if you want to hurry up, if you want to get the epidural now, just let us know. We don't want you to be in pain. I'm like, well, I actually had, natural births. So 2 natural births, or 3 natural births. And so I'm really, really tolerant to pain when it comes to that. Like, I'm okay. I can handle these contractions, because I was having them. I'm just like, I thought that they were going to be worser, but it was really like the contractions wasn't that bad. Of course, like I started making the funny faces, and my mom,